On this episode, I share with you the top 10 tips if you're selling your home. Welcome everyone to this episode of the Ask Jason Gelios show. I'm Jason Gelios, Michigan Realtor. Really appreciate you guys tuning in here. Today, I'm gonna be sharing 10 tips for home sellers. These are top tips that if you are selling a home or you have an agent selling your home that you should keep in mind because you don't want to lose a potential buyer. Before we dive into this episode, I want you to go ahead and hit the like button if you're liking it so far, the introduction and all that. If you are not subscribed to this video, if you're watching this on YouTube or you are on my website, it's abouttherealestate.com, be sure to sign up for my e-newsletter. I send this episode out once a week with some other value added videos. So let's go ahead and dive into the top 10 tips. So number one is never turn down a showing. Never ever turn down a showing. Now I say that with some precaution. If somebody comes up without an agent and they want to see your home, schedule it, right? Because you don't know if they're pre-approved or whatnot. But if it's an agent requesting a showing, you will get the alert if your agent has it set up that way. Never ever turn down a showing because you never know when they're going to come back, if they're going to come back, quite frankly. So never turn down a showing. Number two is leave the lights on. When you leave the home, right, which you should leave the home, that's another tip here, but leave every light on in the home. Whatever light, if there's a light switch to it, turn it on. If it's a lamp, turn it on. Light the home up. Number three, crank the AC. If it's a hot day, crank it to a good temperature where it's running. Nobody wants to view a home that is hot and stuffy. They won't stay long and they'll probably move on, no matter how beautiful the home is. So crank the air conditioner. Number four, humor the nosy neighbors. This one's funny because, when I take buyers to homes, all of a sudden the neighbors come out, right? They're pulling weeds, they're washing their car, right? They want to see who's looking at this house. So humor them. Quite honestly, you could probably even tap into them to ask them, hey, what'd you see? Did you see them oohing and eyeing over the home, on the outside? Just try to find out. Next one, stay show worthy. So what this means is your home should always be maintained. This is the number one headache for home sellers because they get tired of always making sure the house is clean and vacuumed and all that stuff. But you have to always make sure that your house is show worthy because you never know. You might get a showing request, somebody's out and they discovered your house last minute and they want to see it within half an hour. Your house is ready. You just got to pick up a couple things, put some shoes in its place, right? Close some closet doors. So always make sure that your house is show worthy. Next one is dogs. It's been said that a house that has a big dog in it that is not out of the home can cost you about 10 grand on the price that you get offered. And it's no exaggeration. Buyers don't like viewing homes with dogs in it. Yes, you might have the rare exception where a potential buyer loves dogs, but for the most part they don't want to see a big dog. Most buyers don't want to hear a dog yapping when they're trying to think about, hey, is this home right for me? Plus, smells of animals and all that stuff can really dampen the experience. So get the dogs, get the pets out of the home so that potential buyers can actually view the home. And don't ever cancel a showing because you can't get the dog out of the house. When you're selling a home, it's full-blown effort. So you gotta make sure that you have a backup. Ask a neighbor to put them in their backyard until the showings are done. Whatever the case may be, get the dogs out. Here's the last four here. Tone down the kids' rooms. This one's tough because, kids' rooms, they're exaggerated, right? I can tell you from experience, when my kids were younger, we had, crazy colors in the rooms because that's what they liked and they were young. if you're looking to sell your home, paint your kids' rooms. Get it done, even if it takes a little bit extra. Just get it down, get it done. Tone it down. If you have like Star Wars theme, which I like Star Wars, but if you have Star Wars themes and princess stuff all over, tone it down at least. If you're not going to paint the rooms, tone down the decorations and all the fun stuff, and get personal items out of the kids' rooms, like pictures of them, awards that they got from school, sports medals, all that stuff. Get that stuff out of the room, pack it up. If you're serious about selling, you're going to be doing these things. Okay? Keep your stuff down is the next one. Don't leave cameras on the coffee table, diamond earrings out, jewelry, guns. All right, lock up your jewelry, your valuables, precious items, crystal. Pack all that stuff. You should not see that anywhere when you're selling your home. Another one, don't get sued, right? This is number 9. Don't get sued. Tripping hazards, small rugs that cause you to trip a little bit. They always peel back. I hate that, right? Flooring should not be loose, uneven. You would be surprised how many times I see loose flooring, like just you walk and it just doesn't feel right. It's uneven. It's a trip hazard. Don't put yourself in a position where you can get sued if a potential buyer falls in your house. Okay? Number 10, but certainly not the last selling tip here, but number 10 is make yourself scarce. Make yourself scarce. I can't say it enough. Little innocent questions that the buyer can ask, right? If you're still there, oh, by the way, what's this and that? Can actually cost you. So let the buyers view the home, get out of the home, go for a walk, take the dogs, okay? Put the cat in the cage, whatever the case may be, and then get them out of there. But just don't be there as a seller. That's probably the number one mistake that I see home sellers making is you're showing a home and the seller stays there. And it's awkward because now you're looking through someone's home and they're trying to listen out, like, oh, what is the buyer thinking, when they're going through the rooms? Or you just don't feel right going through someone's home when they're still there. Actually, it never feels right. But when the seller's there, it's worse. So just know that if you're a home seller and you have a showing and a buyer coming in, even if it's last minute, don't stay. Don't stay in the home. So that's the top 10 tips for home sellers. I hope you guys found this informational and valuable. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate you guys watching this show. This is a weekly show that I do for those of you who are new to the show, where people submit comments. I mostly get them through email or on my site. It's allabouttherealestate.com. But I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Follow me on social media and be sure to share your comments below. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss out on this. I'm Jason Gelios, Michigan Realtor, and make it a great week.